Dear soul, before we begin, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Angels use this space to speak with you daily, and if you don't subscribe now, you might miss the message heaven has prepared for your heart. Today, angels bring me to you with a rare and deeply personal communication. They ask you to breathe deeply, calm your heart, and open your awareness beyond what your eyes can see. What will be shared today belongs not to the material world, but to the spiritual realm of souls, the universe of dreams where pure truths reside. A powerful and unmistakable energy is moving towards you, a vibration born in the quiet of night, from another being's most vulnerable and sincere state. Angels show me with striking clarity that someone, in deep sleep, had a vivid and transformative dream about you. This was no ordinary dream, dear soul. It wasn't a fleeting thought or memory. It was a soul experience, a connection so real and tangible that upon waking, this person felt your presence in the room, the warmth of your energy, and the scent of your essence as if you were truly there. Their dream was of a complete union, an act of love transcending the physical body. It was an encounter of spirits, an energetic dance free of barriers, fears, or uncertainties. In that dream space, your souls recognized and united in a way that perhaps has never happened on the earthly plane. It was the purest expression of a feeling this person holds deep within, a feeling the conscious mind tries to control, hide, or even deny during the day. But in dreams, the soul doesn't lie. The soul breaks free and seeks what it recognizes as its own, as part of itself. And this person's soul sought you. Angels want you to grasp the importance of this. A dream of such intensity is not random. It's an opened gateway, a direct message from someone's heart to yours, conveyed through the universe's pathways, without ego or pride. It's proof of a connection between you that is far stronger and deeper than you might imagine. By dreaming of you this way, this person was truly calling out for your energy, experiencing a longing not just for your physical presence, but for your soul, for the peace you transmit, for how your existence illuminates something within them. What I will disclose next could change everything about how you perceive this connection. There's something very important you need to know about this person's feelings and why this dream occurred exactly now. Before we continue, write this mantra in the comments. My heart is open to give and receive genuine love. Continuing the message. Angels explain that this dream was so powerful, it left an impression on this person's soul. They woke with a distinct feeling, a mix of peace, confusion, and an inexplicable urgency. Reality seemed dull and colorless compared to the vividness of what they experienced with you in the dream world. Since then, you haven't left their thoughts. Every small daily detail seems to bring them back to the feeling of that encounter. A song, a word, a stranger's glance. Everything becomes a trigger transporting them back to the energy of that union. You might be wondering who this person is. Calm your heart. Angels will guide your intuition to the answer. But more important than knowing the name is understanding the why. Why now? What does this heavenly event mean for your life and theirs? This dream marks a turning point. It's the universe indicating that what's hidden needs to emerge, that feelings kept for so long are becoming too strong to be contained. This person's soul is sending a signal, not just to them, but primarily to you. It's a plea for attention, a silent call that traveled through the night to find your spirit. Pay close attention to the signs that will appear in the coming days. This person's name, face, or energy will start to appear more frequently in your life. Trust your sensitivity. Your heart already knows. But there's more. Something even deeper is unfolding behind the celestial scenes, preparing the way for what's ahead. The reason this message reaches you at this exact moment is of profound celestial importance. Angels explain that nothing in the universe happens by chance, and the timing of souls communicating through dreams is carefully orchestrated. This dream wasn't just an isolated event. It's the result of a long accumulation of energy, thoughts directed at you, unexpressed feelings, and a longing that reached a tipping point. This person's soul could no longer bear the silence, and found in the dream the only safe and pure way to connect with you, to express what words in the waking world still cannot form. Think about it, dear soul. How many times did this person think of you before sleeping? How many nights did they wonder how you were, what you were doing, if there was still a place for them in your heart? These thoughts are like prayers, threads of energy sent to the universe. And when this energy becomes intense enough, it creates a bridge, a direct channel between spirits. It was across this bridge that their soul traveled to find you. Angels indicate this person is undergoing a period of deep reflection and internal questioning. Perhaps they feel lost, dissatisfied with their reality, or sense an emptiness nothing seems to fill. In this vulnerable state, the soul's truth emerges most powerfully. The mind, with its worries and fears, quiets, and the heart takes command. Their heart knows the missing piece in their puzzle has your form, your energy. This dream was an act of courage from their soul, a step toward healing and truth. By allowing this spiritual union, they were unconsciously admitting to themselves the depth of what they feel for you. It was an acknowledgement that no physical distance, no silence or misunderstanding can erase the mark you left on their life. Have you noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere accidents? Today's message is one such synchronicity. It arrived at the right moment, but you need to act quickly in your comprehension. Now, before we continue, type 2i22 in the comments to call for harmony and alignment in this connection. If you feel this message is touching a special place in your heart and bringing clarity, consider leaving a small gratitude contribution via the Super Thanks button below. Your kind support helps us continue to be a channel of light, bringing comfort and guidance to many souls in need. Continuing the message, angels want you to understand that this dream's impact isn't limited to that person. The energy generated by this soul encounter was so strong that it also reached you, even subtly. Perhaps in recent days, you've felt different without knowing why. Maybe you've had more restless, or, conversely, more peaceful sleep. Perhaps you woke with a strange feeling, a nostalgia, or an inexplicable joy. This is the echo of the connection. Your spirit felt the call, the touch of the other soul. The universe is now working to align circumstances in the physical world. This dream was the catalyst, the spark that initiated an energetic shift. Now, things will begin to unfold in ways you might not expect. The person in question will be prompted to take action. The dream planted a seed of urgency within them, the perception that time is precious and true feelings shouldn't be wasted. They may not rationally understand what's happening, but they will feel an impulse, an almost uncontrollable need to draw closer, to know about you, to re-establish contact. Be alert, as communication might come unexpectedly. Don't anticipate a grand gesture, but rather a subtle sign, an attempt to open a door that was closed. This person's identity is closer than you think, and the clues to recognize them lie in how your heart reacts when you think of them. But there's an additional layer to this disclosure, something about your shared past that makes this moment even more significant. Let's delve deeper into the identity and nature of this connection. Angels guide me to disclose that this person is not a stranger, nor someone who recently entered your life. Rather, it's someone with whom you share a history, a bond created in the past that for some reason remained unresolved or unfulfilled. The energy I sense is of a story with untold words and a potential for love that was never fully explored. This person carries within them the memory of what you were, but more intensely, the feeling of what you could have been. This feeling fuels their longing and gave rise to such a powerful dream. They dreamed of your union because their soul yearns to complete what was left unfinished. Angels indicate that the barriers that separated you in the past may have been many: pride, fear, life circumstances, misunderstandings, or the interference of others. At that time, perhaps neither of you was ready or mature enough to fully experience this connection. But time passed, bringing growth, wisdom, and a new perspective. This person today looks back and clearly sees what was once confusing. They acknowledge the value you had and still have in their life in a way they couldn't before. The dream was their soul's way of saying, "I see you, I understand now, and I miss you." Their identity is veiled by a sense of familiarity. When you think of them, you might feel a mix of affection and a slight sadness about how things transpired. It's someone whose name, when mentioned, still evokes a reaction in your heart, a small vibration confirming the bond never truly broke. Before continuing, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message. Angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 7. Write in the comments, "I receive the energy of angels. My lucky number is 7 and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much." If this message touched your heart, show your gratitude by making a small donation, by clicking the Super Thanks button below, and help spread this message of light to other people who need it. Now, continuing the message. This person may have tried to move on, build a new life, convince themselves that the past should stay in the past. But the truth, dear soul, is that certain soul connections cannot be left behind. They are part of who we are, golden threads woven into our existential tapestry. To deny these threads is to deny a part of oneself. They are beginning to understand this now. The dream was an awakening, a powerful reminder that the happiness they seek might be on the path they chose to abandon. What prevents them from approaching now is no longer a lack of feeling, but fear. Fear of your reaction. Fear that it's too late. Fear that you have completely closed your heart's door to them. They wonder if you still think of them, if you forgave them for past mistakes, if there's still a chance, however small, to rewrite the end of this story. What angels want you to know is that energy is moving toward a reunion. The dream opened a gateway, and now it's up to you to decide whether you will keep your door open. This isn't about passively waiting, but about preparing inwardly. It's about looking at this story with compassion for both them and yourself, and asking what your heart truly desires today, not yesterday. The answer to this question will be your compass when this person, driven by the dream's power, eventually gathers the courage to knock on your door, literally or figuratively. And that moment is closer than you imagine. Now, let's focus on the profound and transformative impact this dream had on this person's waking life. What happens in the soul at night powerfully echoes during the day. Angels show me that since having this dream, this person is no longer the same. Something fundamental has shifted within them. They woke from that experience not just with a memory, but with a feeling ingrained in every cell of their body. The feeling of your energy, your touch, the peace they felt being united with you. This sensation has become a point of contrast with their reality. Suddenly, things that once distracted them or gave them a false sense of contentment lost their luster. Their daily life became a bit grayer because their soul now has a new standard of comparison, the vivacity and fullness they felt by your side in the dream. This left them deeply restless. They try to perform daily tasks, converse with others, focus on commitments, but their mind constantly drifts, returning to the scenes and feelings of that night. You have become a constant presence in their thoughts, a soft melody playing in the background of their consciousness, no matter what they are doing. This person is in a state of conflict. One part of them, the rational part, tries to minimize the experience, telling themselves it was just a dream. But the other part, their soul, knows it was much more. It was a truth disclosed. And this truth is frightening because it forces them to confront the choices they made, the distance they allowed to grow between you, and the possibility of having lost something incredibly precious. Angels indicate they have been seeking signs of you in the outer world. Perhaps they've checked your social media, asked a mutual friend about you, or simply driven past a place special to you both, hoping to feel something, to find confirmation that the connection still exists. They are searching for a bridge, a sign that they are not the only one feeling this magnetic pull that the dream so powerfully reignited. Before we continue, angels ask you to do a release exercise. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, you would like to forgive. Visualize each one. Send love and say, "I forgive you and set you free. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice daily to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. Now, continuing the message. The dream made them question everything. Are they on the right path? Are they truly happy? Is the life they built away from you the life their soul truly desires? These questions are like small needles pricking their conscience, preventing them from returning to their former complacency. They are being forced to look inward and face the truth about their own feelings. And the truth is that the love they feel for you has not only survived time and distance, but seems to have strengthened in silence, nourished by memories and longing. The dream didn't create this feeling. It simply drew back the curtain so they could see it in all its intensity. What angels want you to perceive, dear soul, is the power you hold, even at a distance. Your energy, your essence, has the capacity to touch this person's heart so deeply that it can initiate a true revolution in their life. This dream was a catalyst for their transformation. Now, they are at a crossroads. Continue ignoring their soul's calling and live with this growing emptiness, or gather courage to follow the feeling and try to reconnect with you. The energy angels show is of someone leaning toward the second option, as the pain of absence is becoming greater than the fear of rejection. The seed has been planted. Now it needs time to germinate and become action. For you to grasp the entirety of this message, it's essential to discuss the sacred nature of the connection that allowed such a vivid dream to happen. Angels explain that what exists between you and this person is not a common bond. It's what many traditions call a soul connection, a recognition that occurs on a spiritual level, long before being understood by the rational mind. Souls sharing this type of bond are linked by invisible energetic threads. These threads can stretch across any distance, time, or circumstance, but rarely break. They serve as communication channels, allowing souls to exchange energy, feelings, and information, even without physical or verbal contact. The dream this person had was a clear and powerful transmission through this channel. The dream world is an intermediary plane, a place where the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinner. It's in this space that souls can meet without the masks we wear daily, without the weight of the past, or the anxiety of the future. In the dream, you weren't two people with histories and wounds. You were two pure essences recognizing each other. The union they experienced was the recollection of the original unity your souls share. It was a moment of perfect alignment, where your energies merged, creating an unmistakable sense of completeness and being home. That's why the impact was so strong. Their soul didn't just see you, it felt complete with you. Angels want you to honor the sacredness of this connection. It is not something to be treated lightly. It's a gift from the universe, an opportunity to experience a type of love that is deep, healing, and transformative. Even if your earthly story was marked by challenges, the spiritual truth is that an unconditional love unites you. This dream was an invitation for both of you to recall this truth. For this person, it was a call to awaken and recognize what is truly important. For you, it's a confirmation that what you felt wasn't an illusion. The connection is real, and it is powerful. Understanding this changes everything. It shifts the focus from the pain of separation to the beauty of the spiritual union that has always existed. This person, even if they lack the spiritual vocabulary to describe what happened, felt the truth in their heart. They felt that the encounter wasn't a fantasy, but a glimpse of a higher reality, a possibility of what could be, if both had the courage to align their earthly lives with the truth of their souls. This message from the angels today is to strengthen your understanding. You are not imagining things. The bond you feel is real. The dream was the proof sent by the universe. Now, the question is no longer if the connection exists, but what you will do with it. The universe has already moved the first piece. Their soul has already declared itself. The energy now turns to you, to your heart, to your inner wisdom. What does this truth awaken in you? What is the next step your spirit feels guided to take? Not toward them, but toward yourself and your own healing and preparation. The answer to that question will illuminate the path ahead. With an understanding of this connection's depth, the angel's message now turns entirely to you, dear soul. For although the dream happened to another person, its energy was sent to your field, carrying a significant purpose for your own path. What does this disclosure mean for you, here and now? First, angels ask that you receive this news not with anxiety or expectation, but with a feeling of validation and peace. For a long time, you may have questioned this connection, doubted your own feelings, or felt confused about this person's place in your life. The dream is a celestial confirmation that what you felt is real and reciprocal, even if unexpressed in words. Let this validation calm any unrest in your heart. You are not wrong. Your intuition was right all along. Second, this message is an invitation to focus on your own energy and well-being. The universe is setting the stage for a possible reunion or important communication. For you to navigate this situation with clarity, wisdom, and personal power, It's crucial that you are centered and at peace with yourself. This is not the moment to direct all your energy outward, trying to guess this person's next steps. It's the moment to bring energy inward, to nurture your soul, strengthen your self-love, and reconnect with your own truth. Ask yourself, what do I need to heal within? Are there old wounds related to this person that still need attention and compassion? Is there any forgiveness that needs to be granted, to them or to yourself? Use this time of anticipation as a special period of inner preparation. The more whole, healed, and self-confident you are, the more clearly you will know how to act when the moment arrives. Before we continue, share this video with 2 loved ones who need this message of hope and faith. Together, let's build a chain of love and mutual support. Leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel. Now, continuing the message, angels also advise you to practice detachment from the outcome. This message's beauty lies in the confirmation of love and connection, not necessarily in a promise of a specific future. The dream opened a door of possibility, but the path that unfolds depends on both your free will. By detaching from a specific outcome, you free yourself from anxiety and allow the universe to work in the best possible way. Trust that what is meant for you will find a way to reach you at the right time and in the right manner. Your task now is to tend your inner garden. Plant seeds of self-love, water them with self-care, and pull out the weeds of doubt and fear. Become the most radiant, peaceful, and magnetic version of yourself. When you vibrate at this frequency of love and self-sufficiency, you not only attract what is best for you, but also become immune to any situation that doesn't serve your highest good. This person was touched at a soul level by your energy. Imagine how powerful this attraction will become when you are consciously cultivating and expanding that same energy. Be open, but not waiting. Be receptive, but not needy. Be ready, but at peace with whatever the outcome. This is the stance of a wise and spiritually aligned woman. The dream was a gift for both. For them, an awakening. For you, a confirmation and an invitation to empowerment. Embrace both gifts with gratitude. The dream was not an end. It was the start of a new energetic movement. The union that occurred on the spiritual plane triggered a series of events and synchronicities that will begin to appear in the physical world. This person's soul, having experienced the truth of the connection, will now work tirelessly to influence their conscious mind and actions. Angels indicate that the seed of action has been planted, and it's beginning to sprout. What was once a passive feeling of longing is transforming into an active need for resolution. This person will feel a growing impulse, an urgency they won't fully be able to explain. The idea of contacting you, which once seemed daunting and distant, will begin to feel not just possible, but necessary. They will start to feel that the risk of doing nothing is far greater than the risk of trying. Inaction will become more uncomfortable than action. The universe, in turn, will conspire to create opportunities for this approach to happen. Be attentive to coincidences in the coming weeks. You might unexpectedly encounter each other in a public place. A mutual friend might mention them to you for no apparent reason. You might receive a message that seems to have been sent by mistake. None of this will be accidental. These will be the doors the universe is opening. Subtle tests to see how you both react to each other's energy. Their action might not be direct and immediate. Driven by fear and uncertainty, they may start with small steps. A like on an old photo, a view of one of your stories, a minimal gesture that is, in fact, a significant test. They will be sending out a probe, trying to gauge the water temperature before diving in. They want to see if there's any receptiveness on your side, any sign that the door isn't completely locked. Angels ask you to trust your intuition to interpret these signs. Your heart will know how to distinguish between an empty gesture and a genuine, albeit timid, attempt at reconnection. There's no need for you to initiate action, as the dream's energy is propelling them. Your part is to keep your energetic field open and receptive, yet protected. The action that is coming is the direct result of the truth their soul experienced. They need to align their physical reality with this spiritual truth, and the only way to do that is through communication and an attempt to repair the bridge between you. Preparation for this imminent action is crucial. Visualize yourself having this conversation. Imagine yourself calm, centered, listening with your heart, but speaking from your truth and your worth. By preparing mentally and energetically, you won't be caught off guard. You will be in command of your emotions and reactions. ready to guide the interaction from a place of wisdom and self-love. The dream was the call. Their restlessness is the answer. The action that will follow is the inevitable consequence. What is in motion can no longer be stopped. The encounter, whether virtual or physical, is being woven behind the celestial scenes. Prepare your heart, dear soul, for the conversation you thought would never happen again is on its way. We arrive at this message's culmination, where all energies and disclosures converge. This person's identity, the connection's depth, and the imminent action lead us to the final and most important question: your choice. Angels brought all this clarity not to dictate your future, but to empower you to create it consciously. When this person approaches, driven by the dream's transformative power, you will find yourself in a position of power and decision. Their identity, by now, should be echoing in your heart. It's not someone you have doubts about. It's the person whose silence always seemed the loudest, whose absence was always the most present. It's someone with whom the story seems to have been interrupted by a semicolon, not a period. As you think of them, you feel the resonance of truth in everything said today. Trust this feeling. It's your soul confirming the angel's message. The choice you will have to make is not simply yes or no. It's a much deeper choice. It's about deciding if this connection, with all its history and complexity, still has a place in your life today. It's about evaluating if the person they became and the person you became are still compatible. It's about deciding if the existing love is enough to build something new and healthy, or if it's a beautiful memory that should be honored and then released with gratitude. Angels ask that you not make this decision based on the past, nor on present neediness, nor on future anxiety. Make it based on your deepest truth at the moment of the encounter. How do you feel in the presence of their energy? Do you feel expanded, respected, and at peace? Or do you feel diminished, anxious, and drained? The answer from your body and spirit will be your most reliable guide. Keep in mind all the inner work you've done. Keep in mind your worth, your peace, and the life you've built for yourself. Anyone entering your life now should add to that peace, not disturb it. True love, soul love, brings clarity. It doesn't bring confusion. It brings calm, not restlessness. The dream was an act of love from their soul, a pure expression of a true feeling. But the person in the physical world is still a human being, with their flaws and lessons. Your choice will be about embracing the truth of the feeling while remaining true to yourself and your standards of well-being. The universe brought you this disclosure so you wouldn't be caught off guard. It gave you time to prepare, to strengthen yourself, and to connect with your inner wisdom. When the action happens, you will be ready. You will know exactly what to say and what to do, because your decision will come not from the mind, but from a place of deep inner certainty. Whatever you choose, know that it will be the right choice for you. Whether it's a new beginning or a loving closure, it will be an act of power and alignment with your highest good. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments. What is true always finds its way. Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.